Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC, offers more value than any other good full-service real estate brokerage firm when it comes to the sale of your home. We offer at least 27 things that contribute to your home selling in the least amount of time at the highest price. To receive our free home selling pamphlet, email us at info@brooksanddavis.com or call 713-665-8329. We also assist people who want to purchase homes or who are interested in getting their real estate license. Visit us at www.brooksanddavis.com.
Welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network. I'm your host, Rick Davis. You can follow me on social media at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you don't already follow me on Facebook and Instagram, I urge you to do so. If you're looking to buy, sell, invest in commercial or residential real estate anywhere in the great state of Texas or here in Greater Houston, please stop by our website at brooksanddavis.com. I would also like to bring your attention to our newest sponsor, ShopEliteStyle.com, your provider for the latest and greatest in men's and women's designer hats, fedoras, and designer sunglasses. As always, my co-host is not only an author, he's also a Texas real estate broker, serial entrepreneur, and is known the worldwide as the Texas Real Estate King. As always,
like that,
I would like to introduce to the Prime Real Estate Network audience my co-host, Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
Hey, awesome introduction, Rick D.
Hey,
I like it, man.
Hey, man, I done had you here 4-5 weeks in a row, brother. I gotta keep you
I
on
know.
deck.
I've been watching that. I've been watching my event calendar, man. It's vacation season,
it's
man.
Getting to the depth of the summer. I know how it is, man. So I appreciate you always.
Oh yeah, man. Look, I've been trying to get me 2 days in, man. Trying to get this summer body ready for me. It's almost it's t-shirt weather. I mean, it's t-shirt weather now.
Hey,
not
man,
t-shirt, but muscle shirt weather.
We appreciate your candor. We appreciate
tight t-shirts.
Hey,
Oh,
I
no,
might
not
pull it
tight,
off, man. Look
not
here in the
tight.
summertime. I'm trying to be beach ready out there, guys.
Okay,
so anybody that's having some parties, and we'll be speaking about parties a little later, but I'm ready. I'm trying to get ready for your parties, your all white parties and things of that matter.
Right, you gotta come correct.
But guys, I want to say most definitely feel free to follow me on all my platforms. I do have a few trips that are coming up that I'll be speaking at about the book the Entrepreneur Code. So if you don't have it, feel free to get it, but I'll be bringing it with me in my future destinations, which one will be I'll be in New York this weekend speaking, and I'll have some books with me. I'll get the location and details to you on my website, actually, LarryWBrooks.com. You can click on the link and it'll have the event and the website where I'll be located at.
You know, it's funny you bring up that you're preparing to go on vacation. A mutual friend of ours just returned from a Caribbean vacation. And one of the things that he mentioned is that when you go on vacation now, all you do is look at all the other people on vacation and feel like, do they have a vacation enough body to be on vacation?
Not vacation body.
So it's amazing that you do that. So, like, I'm not surprised, and I understand why you would amp up the workout regimen going into vacation.
Oh, Eva,
season.
did you I think she snorted on me just now.
Y'all so funny. Let me get to our
Beauty is in the
guest.
eye of the beholder, right?
Hey,
so it
there
don't
we
matter
go.
what other people think.
And just in case y'all were wondering where that voice came from, that's the voice of our first guest. She is one of the leading real estate brokers with one of the fastest rising real estate brokerages here in the greater Houston area. She is the founder, broker, and CEO of O'Connor Fine Properties, and I'd like to welcome to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, Miss Eva O'Connor.
How are you? And thank you for this opportunity.
I appreciate you for carving some time out of your schedule to sit in with us today.
Well, absolutely.
I mean, I think we're going to all be rewarded to your bright and bubbly personality.
Of course, we know we're on the same page because I wore green shorts. You have on a green jacket, so we ready.
Now, full disclosure, I had the opportunity to run into Miss Eva in the parking garage of the studio. And when I noticed that we both were wearing green, I was like, that has to be Miss Eva. We are somehow channeling, even though this is our first time meeting. So thank you so much.
Well, you know what made me feel good? When you said you look just like your pictures, because sometimes I see people's pictures on social media and then I never recognize them in public.
And that was a very genuine compliment, because you'll be surprised, as an adult male these days, it's not always safe to approach women in parking garages. So I wanted to make that announcement that even though we don't know each other, we know each other.
Right. Because she was like, Eva? I said, yes. He said you look just like your pictures, so that made me feel good.
So absolutely, you do. So thank you for so much.
Isn't
so
that
much
called
for
catfish? Catfish and something like that?
That happens, yeah.
That's
No,
the
we
proper
don't
name.
catfish here on the Prime Real Estate Network.
No, he was saying when you look other than like your,
Right, your
Absolutely,
picture, yeah.
I'm just saying, we don't
that's what
catfish.
they call that, right? Catfish.
They do.
And the second voice that you all have heard is our second guest. This gentleman studied at Kentucky State University, where he earned a Bachelor of Arts degree. He's also earned a Master of Science in Mathematics from Prairie View State University. He served as the adjunct professor of mathematics at Houston Baptist University, which is something that I did not know about the gentleman till today, and we've known each other for years.
Yeah,
so,
for a while, man.
Oh my God, you learn something new every day.
That's right.
But even after pursuing all those educational pursuits and broadening his horizon and educating today's youth, he's also found time to be not only the president of Amerifirst Home Loans, he also serves as the president of the Greater Houston Association of Mortgage Professionals and is a delegate for the National Association of Mortgage Brokers. But most importantly, and I'm sure Larry would agree, his most important affiliation is being a proud member of Kappa Alpha Psi Fraternity Incorporated, Alpha Upsilon chapter. So to the Prime Real Estate Network audience, I would like to introduce Mr. Damion Hughes.
So good morning. Thanks for that wonderful introduction. So let me start off by saying this, and this is how I like to start off shows. It's a great day. It's a most excellent day. It is the most exuberant day. Today is the day for prime time real estate.
Absolutely.
Let's get it started.
Yeah, hey.
Man, look, the energy is outstanding, so I want to start with this. Now, the public may not know, but you, Damion, and Miss Eva, you guys have formed a really powerful tandem and work in consort and as a team as far as helping aspiring homeowners, investors, and those who are thinking about moving to the greater Houston area. So first question is for you, Miss Eva. Could you please explain to the audience how you and Damion work together and what products you provide?
Damion and I collaborate on a lot of things. So not just on client retention, but also on educating agents, right? So we are hosting events. We're hosting entrepreneurs, home buying workshops, just general home buying workshops. We are trying to fill gaps that we can find in the home buying process, the education of it, and what people really need, what the need really is.
No, it's interesting that you bring up the education aspect. As a broker, have you found that having someone like Damion from the mortgage side helping to educate your agents, have you seen a true value as far as how they serve the public, how they build their businesses, or how have you seen that it contributes to the bottom line?
Right now, it's not just about agents at O'Connor Farm Properties. It's about agents that I have to collaborate with on contracts. I want to do business with people who know how to do business, right? So we have to teach people what's important. Everything is not a deal breaker, and everything is not about proving who knows the most.
That's right.
It's about getting it done for both sides. So in speaking to Damion, if we can educate agents on different aspects, not just of the contract, but about customer service, right? Educating yourself outside of the contract, introducing new ideas to your clients. I think we produce a better product as a whole, and the industry benefits, not just O'Connor Farm Properties. Agents who work at O'Connor Farm Properties, of course, will have more insight, but it's not a selfish endeavor. It's about educating everyone. So that's my goal for the next couple of years. So that's what our events are geared toward. Everything is very intentional with us right now.
Damion, could you tell us a little bit about your organizational role and what you add to the collaboration as far as the education aspect, and what value do you see you add to helping those professionals learn a little bit more about your side of it?
So great question. So one of my mottos is teamwork makes the dream work.
Yep.
So when it comes to a mortgage or real estate transaction, there's just not one person there. You have the financial side, you have the real estate side, you have appraisers, you have surveyors. So when I come in, I want to be the glue that holds everything together and make sure the transaction works smooth. make sure that everyone is on the same page as far as communication is concerned. So I consider myself an expert when it comes to mortgage banking. I don't want to say I've seen it all, but I've probably seen 99.9999% of it. And so what I try to be on the mortgage end is a vessel that when I communicate the information, it makes sense to the general public. Because behind the scenes, sometimes it can get cumbersome. It gets very, very detailed. But when I deliver the message, I just want it to be where people can digest it and understand it.
You know, it's interesting. Like I said, me and you've worked together for years. It's funny that our professional endeavors have brought us back here. It almost seemed like it's full circle.
That's right.
I mean, you know,
Yeah.
it's really
And time goes by fast.
Absolutely.
It's 2019.
I mean, and you'd be surprised, and
Yeah.
that
Halfway
also
through
just,
2019.
that shows everyone that you should never procrastinate. That when you make a firm decision, move forward,
That's right.
commit, and make sure you focus all your resources towards that goal. So I wanted to ask you this, Miss Eva, because you spoke a little bit earlier about how you like to do transactions with educated agents.
Yes.
What are some of the common misconceptions and mistakes that you viewed that new or inexperienced agents tend to make? Because I know you mentioned a little bit about everything's not a deal breaker.
The why. Why did they even get into real estate? What's your why behind you? The reason you have the license. If it's only for the commission check, it's not gonna work. It will absolutely not work. I think agents don't really get to experience what goes on behind or outside of the contract, and that's where the deal breakers really come in. You could teach a monkey almost to read, but you have to care. You have to care about that experience, and that's the difference at O'Connor Fine Properties. And I can't speak on other brokerages. It matters to me how my client experience goes, right? It's a lot of times I have helped agents on the other side of the transaction and not tried to recruit them, because it needs to be a great situation for everybody. If it's one-sided, it doesn't feel good. So that agents, there's so many agents, and I won't say everybody, and I'm not going to talk down on anybody, but real estate is not about being Instagram famous. Nothing wrong with being Instagram famous or social media famous, but you also have to know what goes into this business. At the end of the day, this is still a business, and we provide a service, one that we don't get paid for if we don't get this deal done, but it's still a service, right? You aren't just the realtor. You are a social worker. You become a friend a lot of times. So whereas some agents can run their business and not answer their phone after 5 o'clock, I'm not able to do that, nor would I think I'd be comfortable doing that. I think you have to be available, you have to be approachable, and you have to be understanding. And not everything is an emotional decision, right?
Right.
So our job is to take the emotion out of that situation for the client. But if you're not aware what goes on 10 minutes past the time they sign that contract, then you have no clue what you're about to be up against. So that's a part of what we're trying to educate agents on. Not something they can read out of a book, but more so how that entire client experience, what does that look like for your client?
And
I want to piggyback on agents and education. I just want to piggyback on that. So one thing I want to say, when it comes to financing, there is no good or bad financing. And by that, I mean conventional financing isn't better than FHA financing. FHA financing isn't better than VA financing, and so forth. So financing, the best type of financing is what the borrower qualifies for and what fits that borrower's financial situation. So if someone has 800 credit scores and can put down 20%, then there's a product for them. If someone has less than perfect credit and has limited funds, there's a product for them. So to the seller, I think the only thing that, and this is for listing agents or all agents and sellers, is FHA money is just as good as conventional money. Conventional money is just as good as VA money or USDA money.
And this is something I wanted to ask you, because I'm really intrigued about your background as far as education, being a professor.
Right.
In the role that you have now with Amerifirst, have you found that the skills that you develop in the classroom translates when you're educating the public and real estate professionals? Do those techniques? Do you use the same techniques? Do you see that as a benefit?
Great question. So, as a teacher, I think the best thing you can do initially is listen. So, if I'm teaching a student mathematics, first I have to listen and find out where they are, and then I bring them up from where they are. Same thing when it comes to employees, clients, and customers, and so forth. So the first thing I'm going to do is listen. Tell me what your situation is. Tell me where you are, and I meet you there, and I bring you up from there.
That's perfect. We're gonna, and I want to make sure I ask both of you because I'm really intrigued as far as what type of activities, community outreach programs, and things that you guys have planned as a tandem for the rest of this quarter and going into the final parts of 2019. So if you could stay with us, we're going to take a short break, but I want to go into that a little bit when we come back from these commercial breaks, if you don't mind.
Perfect.
We
Sounds good.
appreciate it.
We're going to take a short break to hear from our sponsors, so please stay tuned into the Prime Real Estate Network. We'll be right back. This is Rick Davis, realtor and host of the Prime Real Estate Network. Are you currently leasing or looking to relocate to the Houston area and you find yourself falling in love with a home but aren't quite in a position to purchase? Well, no worries. We offer the Right to Purchase program. We can place you in the home of your dreams at current market rental rates and give you up to 3 years to buy. Did you know that a majority of the homes that are for sale offer better quality than those that are for rent? So why wait? Don't cheat yourself, treat yourself. Let me and my team help you purchase a home that you and your family can fall in love with. Give me a call today at 832-928-3963. And remember to follow the Prime Real Estate Network podcast on YouTube, Facebook, iTunes, Spotify, and Google Play. I look forward to hearing from you soon. Be blessed. Welcome back to the Prime Real Estate Network podcast. I'm your host, Rick Davis. If you don't follow me on social media, I urge you to do so. You can follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Prime Real Estate Rick. If you're looking to buy, sell, or invest in commercial or residential real estate in anywhere in the great state of Texas or here in the greater Houston area, please go by our website at bricksanddavis.com. If you're looking for the finest in men's and women's hats, fedoras, and designer sunglasses, please visit our newest sponsor at shopelitestyle.com. As always, my co-host is a Texas real estate broker and a serial entrepreneur, as well as an author and the Texas Real Estate King, Mr. Larry W. Brooks.
Yes, sir.
We have two great guests today. They work as a tandem. One is a real estate broker. The other is the president of Amerifirst Home Loans. And our guest this week is Miss Eva O'Connor of O'Connor Fine Properties.
Hi.
And Mr. Damion Hughes of Amerifirst Home Loans. I want to thank you both for being with us this week. In our first segment,
Hey, Damon threw his thumbs up.
Yeah,
he
thumbs
forgot
up.
he forgot about the whole podcast part of this. Where the times when they're not gonna see you do that.
Oh, they gonna see me? Okay.
So I had to plug that in for y'all when y'all get that slight silence.
I saw y'all
It's 'cause-
thumbs.
yeah.
I just saw your thumbs. There you go.
It's
that slight silence.
Lift them up.
So for those of you that are listening,
right, for the podcast listeners on Spotify, iTunes,
Yeah.
Google Play,
Just
and
know.
Stitcher.
that
Yeah.
slight pause was the two thumbs up. Like,
yeah, I'm all thumbs.
But if you're listening to it on that platform, most definitely go to the Prime Real Estate Network on YouTube, and then you'll be able to see the thumbs.
Absolutely.
Right.
Please
There you go.
subscribe, leave a really nice comment because Larry and I appreciate it always.
You know, that's my signature pose. Whenever I take a picture,
Yeah.
I'm always thumbs
You the
up.
thumb.
He's
Yeah.
so commercialized. Like,
Think about it. When we were
he
in
is very
Meridiana,
commercialized.
Yeah.
Thumbs up.
He's
Thumbs up.
commercialized. And when
Yeah.
you call him, it annoys me sometimes because I'm like, seriously, stop it. He's like, this
Oh.
is Damien.
Yeah.
I'm to the letter.
And he, look,
Like,
you got
it's
practice
me.
makes perfect.
There you
Perfect
go.
Practice, right? So you can't deviate when you got the friends on the phone. You still
It's
got to
not
go through
friends,
the
it's
process.
still business, but I know who it is. He's a contact in my phone. You don't need to say this.
It's all repetition. It's
Repetition,
in me.
hey, I
I
get
don't-
it all the time.
He always laughs when I,
I don't wear it like a T-shirt.
Yeah.
This is in me, not on me.
And this would make this so funny is because I think there are people who might interact with you all in a professional setting and
Right.
don't always get to see you guys off the clock, for lack of a better term. But I want to ensure all of our listeners and viewers that Miss Eva and Mr. Damion are as fun in real life as they seem on this podcast.
I think today is your day, right? Eva, Thursday?
No, today's your
Where
day.
you get a chance to hang out
No,
and
I don't get a chance
watch
to
the
hang
game.
out. I work. You do that.
You do that.
You do that.
Tell
just
him to see if it's
asking.
called projection.
If you know, Damien, you know Thursday is his day. He's
Hey.
like, you want to go walk? Like everybody he does business with, I think can meet up with him on a Thursday. Because he's like, that's my only day. Thursday is the day I get to, let my hair down after work.
Well, a couple weeks ago, we got a chance to run 3 miles at Memorial on a Thursday, right?
There we go. The Thursday
We
is a magic
did.
day.
Yeah, Thursday.
Because Thursday's the day he gets to do everything. Thursday evening.
How did you enjoy the 3 miles?
Alone.
So what happened was,
There go the breakdown of it right there.
Wait.
She, did,
I
she
met
said
Eva
alone.
Mr. Hughes.
at Memorial, and she
Hold on.
started before me. I didn't know where she parked.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a group activity, right?
It is, yeah.
And so
I
because
didn't see her
I'm
to
not
the
as
end.
swift on the track, the 3-mile track,
started
I said,
like a
"I'ma
mile and a half ahead
I'ma
of us."
start
Yeah.
early. So my early ended up being way, way early.
But we did see you at the end of the 3.
We did.
We saw you finish.
And
it
I
up, yeah.
finished. That's the most
Yeah,
important
that's
thing.
you did.
It
Yeah,
is.
let's let everybody know
Oh, no,
I did
absolutely.
finish
A
the
grind.
3-mile.
Come on, we don't start anything we can't finish.
Absolutely.
That's it every time.
Now, I
Yeah.
want to get into this with you all because I know you have a lot of really, really cool events that are planned
We do.
that I believe Mr. Hughes will also be in attendance at.
Yes, I'm also a
While
part
we're
of it.
recording, we got to tie you down.
That's right. I'm here. I'm in the. I'll be in the mix.
So, Ms. Eva, let's tell the audience a little bit about what type of events O'Connor Fine Properties have teed up for late
Coming
summer.
up, we have an entrepreneur workshop. We don't have a date set just yet, but that's something we are consistently doing for entrepreneurs on a Wednesday to give you an opportunity in a smaller environment to find out what it really takes as an entrepreneur to obtain a home loan. Damion is there. We have other guests there to answer your hard questions. If you want to ask for a friend, you can definitely do that in that environment. But we try to engage.
Don't give me the easy ones. Give me the hard ones.
Absolutely.
Right, the hard
we give-
questions.
We absolutely do give Damion the hard questions. But we don't want people to shy away from the possibility of home ownership because they're afraid to know what their situation looks like. We don't want anybody to be embarrassed about what you look like on paper.
Exactly.
Because Damien's motto is, come on, you can't have
teamwork make the dream work.
No.
Which one? I met my best when I'm loved.
Oh my God, no.
Seems like Damon got a whole lot of
He's so
he rolling around.
commercial.
No doubt.
He's so commercialized.
Well,
what do
well-
you say about?
Well, best thing is this: as long as people are transparent, whatever your situation is, just know you're not alone. If you've been divorced, if you had a foreclosure, if you're self-employed and don't file your taxes, whatever it is, just be transparent.
Yeah.
Bring it to us, and as a professional, let us look at it and help put you in home buying position.
Yeah. They say people perish for the lack of knowledge. So
Right.
you don't know what you don't know. So
Right.
you got to ask the question. You got to be honest about getting the facts.
Right.
It's
There you
okay.
go.
It's okay.
You know, the funny thing is, and like I mentioned earlier, Damion and I have known each other for a few years now. And the thing that we would always discuss is that with most clients, no matter how unique or bizarre they deem their situation,
Right.
chances are
You've seen
percentages say
Somebody
you've
else
seen it
has the
before.
same thing
No
going
doubt
on.
about it.
And it's
You're
so
not
funny.
alone.
I was speaking with a client one time, and she felt like her credit was a bit challenged. She had been divorced in the past, and it was almost as if she thought that the lender would be embarrassed by her credit rating. And I was like, well, they see so many different files. And contrary to what you believe, there are percentages of people who get divorced, and it does usually affect your credit score.
Yeah, life happens.
Life happens,
Yeah, life
right.
happens.
Absolutely.
Um,
So how often do you have to, how can I say it? And Miss Eva, let me know how you feel about this. How often do you guys have to feel like you have to convince them to be transparent as far as presenting you with the information you need to give them an accurate assessment?
I think with everyone I speak with, I always tell them to be transparent because behind the scenes on the lending side, we do a gazillion verifications. So we're going to find out anyway.
Anyway, no doubt.
And it's best that you tell us up front so we can figure out the best path for you to home ownership
Absolutely.
versus we get in the process and something pops up and we have to restructure anyway.
Well, I think that could be everybody's motto, right? But if you don't feel comfortable with somebody, you're not going to be open to telling people your real situation. So I think the first part of that is to make people comfortable,
Yeah.
make people
Right.
feel like they can trust you. And then people are very forthcoming with information once they feel comfortable. But if they feel like you are commercialized or they are just another transaction, they won't be as forthcoming. I don't care how many times you tell them, text them, call them, they just won't do it because they don't feel like they can trust you and they don't feel like you can relate. And I think that's a part, going back to what you said, how the lady was embarrassed. She probably wasn't embarrassed that she felt like the lender probably saw 700 plus credit scores. Because if you think about it, even with insurance companies, why do some people call State Farm versus the General, right? Because they think they relate to their situation.
Because they like Shaq.
No, it has nothing probably to do with
It's a joke.
Shaq.
Yeah.
No, but what I'm saying is,
I
people.
don't know. It might be a few people that be like,
Right,
"Oh, well,
just-
Shaq use them."
Right, Shaq used
I
them, yeah.
guarantee
Is that Shaq insurance?
Right.
That Shaq
The General, a.k.a. Shaq Insurance. There you go.
But people do business often with people they feel like can relate to their situation, right? So I think that's the first part of it, being able to break through the insecurity of whatever that situation could look like and have them trust you.
And I believe that's the greatest value in having the home buyer seminars and those home buyer education classes that you host, of course, that Larry and I host every Thursday and Saturday, is because, like you saying, Miss Eva, is that they like to feel as if they're dealing with someone who specifically cares about their individual situation. And the best way to foster that type of trust is a face-to-face sit-down,
Right.
where someone can look you in their
Face.
eyes, absolutely, and they can share these things that are very personal.
Yeah, because the mortgage transaction, it is very intimate. So we're going to know everything about you. We're going to look at your bank statements. If you eat at Popeyes, we'll know. If you go to the liquor store, we know.
But it's
we're-
without judgment.
Yeah, it's
Absolutely.
I just want to say it's very intimate.
Oh,
so
it's
all
intimate,
the little
but people
fine
want to know
details.
it's without judgment, right?
Of course. Well, on the lending side, we're not making any judgments. What we're doing is looking at the data to see what best financing option we can do for you. So our whole goal is to finance, get your finance. But it is very intimate. So whatever you have going on, you're going to have to show that to the mortgage lender.
For our listeners, Damion, before we finish up this episode of the Prime Real Estate Network podcast, could you please share for the listening audience your contact information, online resources that they can use to connect with you and contact and initiate a consultation?
Perfect. Damion Hughes, I'm the president of Amerifirst Home Loans. If you want to give me a call, you can reach me at 713-821-1665. Once again, that's 713-821-1665. Or you can visit us on the World Wide Web at www.amerifirsthomeloans.com. Once again, that's www.amerifirsthomeloans.com. And if you want to send me a personal email, that's dhughes@amerifirsthomeloans.com. Why you laughing, Eva?
Because you're so commercial.
Now, Miss Eva, for all our listeners on iTunes, Spotify, Google Play, Stitcher, how can they get in contact with you to initiate a consultation?
You can call 832-271-7212 and let Kizzy know you're calling for Eva. Or you can connect with me on social media, Eva O'Connor on Facebook, Eva_O'Connor on Instagram. You can email me. If you send me a direct message, I can probably send you my number to just text me. But also I wanted to invite all the realtors to the all-white affair we're having on the 22nd of this month.
Not
We're
just
gonna-
realtors, everyone that's related to the mortgage and real estate industry.
Well, if you want to throw that in there.
It's an industry party. Industry party.
Industry
Okay.
party
He
sounds
wants
good.
to make sure
Yeah.
it's an industry party. So industry
Tell them,
party.
Mr. Hughes, mortgage people are some of the best partiers.
That's right. Yes, we are.
I think realtors are probably some of the best parts of
We lead the
partiers,
party,
though.
no doubt about it. We get the line started.
Don't we?
I guess we'll see
We
at
have
the
an
event.
expectation,
We'll see at the
right?
event.
We have an expectation when we show up at events.
Well, I will
We'll have a
definitely be
dance-off
your
at the
all-white
event. We'll
party.
see.
It's 7:30 to 11 at the Meridiana Conservatory. It's going to be amazing and beautiful, and we're going to have a lot of fun.
Okay. Is there a link that they could go to get more detail, or just
There
follow?
is. It's on Eventbrite.
Okay.
And I'll post it. It's on my social media, but I'll share it with you guys if you want to post it on the Prime Real Estate Network.
Absolutely.
Yes.
We will post it because we will be there.
Yeah. Well, you've told everybody now you're going to be.
Oh, no,
there. So now you're gonna be
absolutely.
there.
Mr. Brooks,
Yes, sir.
can we pencil you in for the all-white party?
We can pencil me in. Now, at the 22nd, I haven't had a
Now
chance
you
to
have
look at
Google Calendar.
it. I know,
You
but
can check.
yeah. So
Mr. Brooks will be there.
if
Yeah,
I'm
he
there, it's
will.
gonna be a great time. All you need to know is I'm gonna shimmy
Seriously?
a little bit for you. I'm bring a little bit of that shimmy, let you understand
Shade.
how it look like, and then hey, what can I say?
Do you
We'll
have
a
any
team out
cane
there.
skills over there? You got some cane
I
skills?
used to, but if I
Yeah.
got to bring in a replica of me, I can. I can find somebody to do it
Okay.
for
Oh
me. now.
my gosh.
But look, I'm gonna be this weekend. One of our agents, Miss Peavy is gonna be hosting a open house. It's gonna be Sunday, June 16th from 1 to 4 p.m. at 4831 Shenavon Street. It's right behind the Turkey Leg Hut. So
Oh.
I know everyone likes to hang out at the Turkey Leg Hut on the
And
weekends,
we'll be
Sundays
sharing,
always
we'll be
packed.
sharing all this information,
Sounds
Facebook,
good.
IG.
Yep.
So thank you, Mr. Brooks.
No doubt.
Miss O'Connor, thank you so very much. And Mr.
Thank
Hughes,
you for
thank you as
having me.
well.
Pleasure was mine.
I want to thank everyone who tuned into the Prime Real Estate Network podcast this week. If you need anything, feel free to DM, reach out, call, text, or share this episode or reach out to me directly. So come back next Thursday. Thank you for tuning in and be blessed.
Brooks and Davis Real Estate Firm, LLC is marketing a property for sale right now that you can buy. These properties range from land lots for under $20,000 to move-in ready homes $500,000 and more, along with everything in between. To see this week's list of properties for sale you can buy now, go to bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. That's bit.ly/BDREF weekly list. If you plan on selling some real estate and you need it on the weekly list, call 713-665-8329 to speak with someone about it.